Yeah, my why, my big why.
Yeah.
Big why, it changes. I have to say it does change, you know, from year to year or whenever, but always it's my family.
Welcome to the Business Owner Spotlight by AudateMedia. In this interview show, you will learn how to succeed through other people's stories, challenges that they overcame, and how they are winning in this new economy. You'll learn what to do in your business, what not to do in your business, and how others are succeeding. Tune in every week to discover new stories, new businesses, and new ideas.
All right, I got Tal here in the office. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for coming.
My pleasure.
So tell me, how'd you get in the real estate industry?
I'll make a long story short. I'm from Canada. Back in 2007, 2008, I came to Las Vegas, but before that, I was actually going to start my career in Canada. I got emailed and basically hired by Cirque du Soleil to come out here and perform in the Love show, which I did. Loved it. That's what I did for 20 years. And then decided, I ended up staying here, had a kid, got married, got into real estate after my dance career. So once I turned about 30-ish, 34, I got into real estate full time and been doing it ever since.
Wow.
Ever since.
Wow, you're young. You don't look.
I know.
You don't look it at all.
I'm almost 42 years old. It's crazy.
Wow.
I don't act it
That's
either.
impressive.
I don't act it either. It's all here.
Yeah.
I have clients that are, he's 87 years old, and you would think that he's like 60. It's all here. It's crazy.
Wow.
Food for thought.
Great. So what made you do that transition between saying, you know what, I'm over performing, over being, trying to be on camera?
All honesty, I had that plan ahead of time. Like I was going to get out of performing. It's not a lifetime gig. You can't do it forever. So I had a plan to get out of it eventually, but honestly, the main thing that cut me off was injuries. Injuries, back injuries and all that sort of stuff, but still are with me to this day. That's just one fun thing about performing or any kind of athlete. There's always injuries that kind of follow. But yeah, it's kind of a blessing in disguise because I have a lot of friends that are still performing and they're at this point where they don't know what to do now. They're 40, mid-30s. It's confusing.
Yeah.
So I got to step up. It's nice.
Okay, so you had a plan beforehand. So
I had a plan way before.
What part of Canada were you
Vancouver.
from? Vancouver?
Okay. Very west coast, just above Seattle. Love it.
Loved it. How was the transition moving to Vegas?
Different. Very different. Canada and the States is very similar, but there's a lot of differences. The good thing about Vegas, because I've traveled everywhere, the good thing about Vegas, it's a 24-hour city.
Yeah.
So you can go grocery shopping at 2 in the morning. You can do whatever you really want at any point in time, where most states or cities are going to, like let's say you want to go out to a club, which I don't go anymore. They're going to close at, 1 or 2. Here, they're open till, when they're
8 in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
So even just things like that. So I love Las Vegas. I fell into it and just fell in love with it. And the weather, too. I don't mind the heat.
You don't mind the weather?
I don't mind
That's
it
rare.
at all.
A lot
Look
of
at
people.
me. I'm in a suit, and it's probably 100-something degrees out right now.
Right.
I love it. Is it?
Yeah. It's a little bit under. It's 99, and it's only 10 a.m.
Yeah, good times. I don't mind it. I come from rain. This is good. This is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in the real estate industry, what drives you? What makes you, get up every morning and say, I need to hustle. I need to get
my
going.
why, my big why.
Yeah.
Big why, it changes. I have to say it does change, from year to year or whenever, but always it's my family. If you have kids, if you have a wife, it's always going to be that. And I need to support the entire family, and I want to make sure that they're happy and safe and secure. And that's my why. I push my butt to the limit to support them.
Gotcha. And you said you've been doing this since 08?
I've been in real estate full-time since 2014.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I've been here in Vegas since 2008.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha.
So I know.
Yeah. Well, let's backtrack a little bit. What were you doing with Cirque du Soleil? What kind of performing was it?
So in the Love show, when I got cast, I was a dancer. Any dancer is going to know pretty much every track, so I did that. And then after Cirque, we did a bunch of touring things, PR stuff. Just amazing. Traveling the world, doing little photo opportunity gigs and just getting treated like a king. Cirque du Soleil treats you so well. They treat you so well. And then after that, I've done tons of different shows throughout Las Vegas. I've done the Jabberwocky show. I was in a couple shows with Vanilla Ice and Rob Bass and just random things. I've done a lot of random things. But Cirque du
It's the
Soleil.
city for that.
Yeah.
Definitely the city for that.
And right now, the Usher show is I have a lot of friends that are in the Usher show, and it's supposed to be incredible. Thank God we have shows again.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Talking about the Usher show, I actually just ran into his main producer over at Fashion Show Mall this last weekend. Started talking to him, and then he was just small conversation, and then he ended up just leading on to that. And he was just like, "Oh yeah, so I came out here for the Usher show. I just came to check him out. That's my boy." And I'm just like, "Oh."
That's crazy. That's crazy. I heard good things about it. I've heard very good things about it.
But yeah.
They have to be very secretive though.
Yeah. Exactly. No, but that's Vegas. You run into all sorts of lives out here.
Yep. Everywhere, like restaurants, grocery shopping. I've run into some really crazy people in the craziest places. I think Carrot Top's the funniest person to run into because you can definitely see Carrot Top from a mile away. Yeah, super nice guy.
Definitely.
Cool guy. Yeah.
So, back to the real estate. What's your thoughts about this huge influx of people moving to Vegas?
It's been happening for quite some time, especially from California, with the tax laws and everything changing. A lot of people are moving from California to Las Vegas for tax breaks and definitely lower purchase prices. It's incredible for them. They can sell their property for $1.2 million and buy a few properties here.
Yeah,
it's amazing. I've seen some of my clients turn from just regular people into starting investors because they have the funds to finally do something with it, and then they use the leverage, and then they purchase more things, and it's incredible. So, yeah, there's a lot happening right now. Granted, throughout the entire North America, even the world, home prices are kind of on a rise, and people are paying over list price and all this stuff, and it's not just here.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm also Israeli, and it's happening in Israel. It's happening in like random places like I think Guatemala or something. I heard some random place. But I just don't know how long it's going to hold.
Yeah.
And what we're in for next is going to be interesting.
Yeah, no, I definitely did hear. I was watching this small documentary about people, like all the people moving right now currently, and it was just like people were like paying over listing price, and it's just like usually people are trying to put offers for under, saying like 10, 15, 20, 50 under, and then now it's kind of like this one lady sold her house within like 8 hours of listing it, and they offered her, you could stay there for the next 6 months, and we'll pay for it still.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like, wow,
it's crazy. I have listings that's 20K over, 30K over. Buyers are willing to do stuff, but then at the same time, I have buyers that I've got them properties within this craziness, under list price, accepted offer, in less than a day. It's a case-by-case basis. Not every seller is the same, not every buyer is the same. Some people just want to get out, and if you can hit their price that they need, then it works.
Gotcha. So what's like the trend right now? What's the
trend?
Yeah.
For
your customers specifically, like what is it they're looking for? Because like a lot of people right now, it's like coming from let's say California, give an example. It's like they had to be out there because they had to work out there. A lot of people now, they're working remotely, so they're like, hey, I'll go to Vegas. I live a lot cheaper, and I can still have the same job.
Actually, you kind of just nailed it. It's true. A lot of people I'm dealing with have either not left their job, but their job has given them opportunity to work from home, which before this pandemic, that would have never happened. But the crazy thing is they have a better life now because they can work from home with their family and whatnot, and they're also a little more productive. The ones that I talk to, they're a little more productive, and it's actually working out. But yeah, so that's what's happening. They have more free time. They notice that their home is more of a sanctuary, and they want to be present in it, and they want something better. So a lot of people are selling their properties because they know they can really quickly, and for a good price. Granted, it has to be marketed properly. You can't just put a property on market with just random photos and hopefully it's going to overlist. It doesn't work like that. But I see a lot of people coming from that aspect of they want to sell, get something a little bigger, or get something a little different, or even get something the same and use the extra funds for an investment property. People are just basically stepping up their lives, regardless of what it is. They're making a move to go from here to here. It's awesome. It's really, really awesome. And a lot of people, I have clients that have sold their property. They haven't done a thing in their house, and some bought like last year, nothing, and they've made $60,000, $80,000 and just living in it. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive.
That's why you should never rent right now. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, even here in Vegas, like rent is up like 30%, right?
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. I have people contact me for rental properties all the time, and I don't really do rental properties because a lot of property management companies are kind of listing it not just on the MLS. They're going like that, and the prices are insane. Yeah. Like here, $1,800 for a 3-bedroom home that's is normal.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But now it's like some apartments, because like even me, I was looking at some condos and all this, and they're going like that. It's like they get posted, they're on for like 5 days, and you can't even get an application in because you already know there's like 2 or 3 applications ahead of you, and it's like, okay, it's gone.
And even the ones that say it's still on, it's usually not. It's just they haven't changed the statistics or the information online. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's wild.
Just don't give up. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So what about like on the seller side? What's making people here in Vegas want to sell? Is it because there's so many people wanting to buy? So it's
Yes, so we have low inventory. It is ramping up a little bit. For instance, I have a specific search that I do for homes with pools around the average median sale price, which is around 400,000. And before, it was about, I think when I did that search, like 16 listings came up. I did that search the other day, and like 30 something came up. So things are happening. More homes are being listed. More homes are being sold. Where it's helping. But even with that, homes are going like that.
Yeah. And a lot more homes being developed as well. I mean, all around the outsides of Vegas, it's just growing construction everywhere.
Yep. I do with a lot of investors, and the Arts District is a huge place to put your money because you're going to have a lot of growth.
Yeah.
It's starting right now, and you're going to see a lot of growth within the next like 10, 15, 20 years. And then, right now, investing is a huge way to go.
Here in Vegas, definitely.
Also, you don't have to deal, for the ones that I've been dealing with, you don't have to do this. Like, they aren't going 30, sometimes they are, but a lot of times you can get an investment property where you don't have to spend crazy amounts like you would on a single family home.
Yeah.
So, a lot of my investors are laughing. They're doing great. So, yeah. And with them, rental prices are so high, they're making money.
No, I personally agree. It's like Vegas to me, like the reason why I moved out here, and then I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna stay out here. This is a hub. Right now, it's like a gold mine. I compare this to like San Francisco, LA back in the early 1900s almost, because I mean, Vegas is really not that.
Transitioning up.
Yes, definitely. We're getting
sports with the new sports team, with the new, all the new casinos and hotels that are built and continually being built, the new dome that's coming.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The Sphere.
I drive by there all the time, so I get to see the difference.
Yeah.
The growth. But it's just, I don't know, there's so much happening in this city that
you don't want to miss out. You want to be a part of it. It's just like, let me get a foot in. Like,
it's exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
It is exciting.
It's because even 3 years ago when I first moved to Vegas, it was kind of like, it's completely different than it was then. Not completely, but it's just like...
There's a lot of changes.
A lot.
For sure. And granted, because we're one of the most, we're the entertainment capital of the world, we opened up quick.
Yeah.
I don't know if money had to do with that, but we opened up quick, and we're open. We're back on track. We have shows open, we have clubs open, we have whatever open. And people realize that, and they're going to come here as, I need to get away. I was in my house for over a year. Let's go. Let's have a fun vacation. And they're going to come here. Once they come here, they're going to like, oh, this is kind of great. And I have people calling me all the time that are on vacation, like, hey, I'm interested in this. People are realizing that Vegas is starting to grow up.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. No, even on the Strip, it's like, I feel like I see more people now than before COVID. It's like it's almost like they took for granted, hey, there's Vegas, or just the being outside. Even people here, locals, are out a lot more. Before, it's just like you wouldn't see many locals on the strip because it's just like, oh, we live in Vegas, so this is normal. Now it's like you run into somebody who's like, oh, I'm from Vegas, I'm from here.
They're trying to take advantage of what we actually have. Because any city you live in, regardless of where you are, you don't usually take advantage of what's there. Like whether it's an opera theater or a museum, like locals aren't really going to do that.
Yeah.
And us as locals, we don't really go to the strip unless someone has to work there, or you're taking friends or family on a
right
tourist hunt. But yeah, more people are starting to, just like their homes, they're starting to just appreciate what they have around them. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. I love to see it.
Yeah.
So, how did what was the big obstacle you had during COVID? Because it was like interest rates going down, or what was the big thing that was kind of?
This is more personal, not personal, but this is more for me. So I work with a lot of performers, obviously, because that was my background.
Yeah.
So I work with a lot of performers. I had quite a bit in the pipeline that were either going to they were going to buy, or they were going to sell, or something was going to happen, or refire, whatever. Once that happened, once COVID hit, everyone kind of got laid off. They had no more job security because they couldn't get a loan.
Yeah.
And even if they wanted to sell, then what were they going to do, because they couldn't get a loan to get a home. So it devastated my business. It literally took it to a grinding halt. But as things started to progress and that's the ones that didn't get fired and the ones that were still working were taking full advantage of the rate drops, like low twos. Oh my God, it was beautiful. It's still really low. So then business started to ramp up and marketing started to happen again, and we are here. Yeah, business is good. It's good.
So what was the thing that just made, what made you just say, you know what, I need to keep going, like rather than giving up? What, like a lot of our viewers here, they're aspiring business owners. Yep. What drove you to just, you know what, I got to go through it? Because a lot of people during the pandemic, they changed their just career life. They went from, like, let's say, even if they were doing real estate, they went to doing, car sales, or they just completely changed their career paths.
Actually, speaking of that, it's funny. More people actually turned onto real estate.
Right?
That's a weird thing. What was the actual question, though? Because I had so many things that were just firing.
So what had you, like, say, I'm gonna fight through this? Like, this is pandemic. Right. I'm struggling right now. A lot of people lost a lot, but yours just, you said, I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep going. Like, I'm down right now, but
no one really knows this, but I have hit that wall a few times in my career, not just during the pandemic. Oh my God, I have thought about quitting so many times. I do this by myself. I'm my own boss. I came into this industry from a performing industry, and I didn't have any business background. I had a little bit of sales background, but I should have quit so many times. What really keeps me going is that I hate quitting. I hate it. I hate quitting. I will work myself to the bone until I finish something. I have to finish something. So even during this pandemic, I built a business, and I wasn't gonna, I've been doing this for almost 10 years now. I'm not gonna quit. I'm not just gonna be like, okay, I spent all this time, it's time to move on. No, I'll keep going, and I'll push through it, and eventually you'll get back on track and you'll be good. What I learned through this is systems and processes. I have my systems in place. I have a new website, I have a new CRM, I have a new everything. Getting those systems and processes in place drove my business up to the next level. And surprisingly, it's actually easier for me to handle business because I have that ongoing in place in the background. So drip campaigns, my CRM's handling certain things, and then marketing with you guys and whatnot. It's just gonna ramp things up. So no quitting.
Definitely.
Don't quit. If you have to get through something, push through it. Find a mentor. Talk to someone. Keep going. You will succeed. If you keep going and you do the right thing, you will succeed. It's true.
Definitely. Definitely. So you spoke about marketing a little bit. What were your thoughts on, social media, and how, Did you take advantage of that? Because everything just bursted on social media. Everybody was just, hey, we can't go outside. We're on our phone. This is our life, our phones, TV.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, so everyone's talking about video. Video is obviously the thing to do right now. And Instagram, I heard somewhere, Instagram is not a picture sharing app anymore. It's video, pretty much video sharing app. So video is the way to go. And I'm working on this right now. So it's not completely set up, and I do social media, and I do all this stuff. I hate social media. I hate doing all these things. I'm not a big sharer when it comes to that. I don't like pretending that, oh, look at me, I'm winning all the time. I hate that. I like to be more real. And how I like to do this is just kind of be honest. And what I've found is, yes, everyone has to be on social media, and whatever your selling strategy is, go with that. But my strategy is being real and just showing who I am and my business and how things are up and down and all around.
okay.
That's pretty much what I do. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, there was a lot of nowadays you can see even real estate agents on TikTok on all platforms, and yeah, I love it. I love to see it.
Everywhere. Get your face. The more, God, I was on something the other day. The more, I can't remember what he said. Basically, the more you're seen, the more business you'll get. It's all about getting to be shown as many times in as many places as possible.
To be that top of mind awareness, definitely.
Yep.
Definitely. I feel like that's where social media does come in play, because it's like, hey, it's putting everything right in your face.
Yep.
I mean, all this data collection that Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff does, it's just kind of like, even if you don't want to see it, you're going to see it.
Totally.
Searched it up, you're going to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was actually stupid. I was playing a video game while I was waiting for a meeting earlier, and I got a bunch of different coaching things in the ads. I'm like, oh God, it's following me again. But it works. It works.
Yeah.
All types of ads and media on social platforms really, really work.
Yeah.
That's what you guys do.
So what do you do the best? Like, what do you think is the best marketing for you? Whether it's social media, word of mouth, advertising.
Personally, I always love word of mouth. Word of mouth to me is
there's no better marketing.
There's nothing better.
Yeah.
It's someone physically, either you're speaking to them physically or physically speaking about you to someone else. That's always the best, right? Seeing something on a computer screen or phone, you can see it and you can believe it, but there's always that like, is this an ad, whatever. But word of mouth is always the best. But like I said, video, whatever it is, video.
Yeah.
Because people, will scroll through a picture, they'll scroll through some text, sometimes they'll look at text, but video, they'll usually stop and watch. They might not watch the whole thing, but they'll watch some of it, and if you can get your message across, even partially, you're good. You just keep hitting them. Just keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the vision down the road, like in 5 years? What's your vision?
My vision is, it's kind of an interesting one because we are working on that right now. I'm working on something with my wife to create kind of a business. Not kind of a business, a business. So that's something different. But for real estate, I am just looking to grow into different markets. I want to go in Las Vegas. I want to go back into Canada, where I'm from, Vancouver. And I want to start working in Puerto Rico.
In Puerto Rico,
Yes.
Okay.
It's a very different market. My wife's Puerto Rican.
Okay, gotcha. I was going to ask.
That's the area that I want to kind of retire to. And I see a need for better real estate service out there. For what I've seen and what I've dealt with, it's been okay, but I think there can be better.
Yeah.
And if I can do something there,
yeah,
let's do it.
Why not?
Let's totally do it.
Definitely. Yeah, that was going to be my question. Like, why Puerto Rico? So
Just some random place. No, it's gorgeous though. You ever been?
No, never.
Go. It's so nice. It's so nice. And the people are amazing.
Uh-huh.
Are you Puerto Rican?
No, Mexican.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't look Puerto Rican.
I've gone in a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. I don't know why. I get it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's that, yeah. But
Okay.
video. Video is the thing.
So if people wanted to get in touch with you, they wanted to sell, they wanted to buy, lease, what could they get in touch with you at?
All right, so shameless plug. You can contact me. My website is talsellsvegas, TALSELLSVEGAS.com. It's not the most beautiful site we're working on right now, but the bread and butter is up. You can reach me on Instagram. All my links are there. I think it's the Lozef group on Instagram, IOZEF. And my number, 702-553-5589. Call me if you have any questions, whether it's real estate or anything. I'm here to help. I'm not the biggest salesperson. I'm more focused on helping. And sales comes. So if you're genuine, like I am, it'll come. So if you have any questions, if any issues, anything, contact me.
You heard it from the man himself, Tal. Thank you again.
Pleasure, my man. Pleasure.
Take care.
Tune in every week to discover new stories, new businesses, and new ideas.